This is Glenn Fox. We've come to part number 3 of our mini course on video marketing strategies. Do you have trouble thinking about what to make a video about? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And then we're going to go right on into the process of actually making the video. The purpose of your videos is to add value to the life of your avatar, your ideal prospect. Your purpose is to serve your audience. Forget about selling for now. Think of the life of your listener and how you can solve his or her problems and make their life better. Then it won't be difficult at all to accomplish your mission of getting your viewer to know, like, and trust you. Then they will also want to join you in what you're doing. They'll want to be a part of your success. They'll even want to help you succeed. What can you make videos about that will accomplish this mission? Number 1 is product reviews. What kind of products will depend on the niche you're in. Naturally, they should be products that interest your viewers. If you're in the home business arena, then reviews on launches that are targeted to the make money at home buyer will assure that your video is reaching those who are wanting your product. This is like getting out there and standing in the middle of the road, like we've talked about in earlier videos. I recommend that you avoid being negative as much as possible. While there is virtue in helping people avoid a costly mistake, it's better to concentrate on how you can provide a superior solution to your viewer's problem. Number 2, make a video or a series of videos on a book review. What kind of books is your prospect interested in? Choose one to read, and then make some videos, maybe even a week-long project, reviewing the book. You can invite your viewers to read the book along with you. This is a great way to make a personal connection with somebody with a shared interest. Number 3, you can do the same thing with a motivational message. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube with lectures from some of the best-known motivational speakers. Legends like Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn, and contemporaries like Wayne Dwyer and Tony Robbins, and Rich Dad, Poor Dad legend Robert Kiyosaki. That would just be the start of what could be a long list of insightful teachers. You can take one message and make short videos for a week, just highlighting points that inspire you. Number 4, how-to videos are very popular. They tend to rank high on YouTube as well as on Google. Initially, it may be hard to imagine what you know that you could share with others. Start making a list of all the things that you do each day that at one time you didn't know how to do. Almost all those things that you now do virtually automatically because of experience, there are people out there that don't know how to do them. Also, as you learn more skills, make a quick video and share it with others. I don't know about you, but I very often go to YouTube and type in the words "how to" and then whatever. YouTube always has an answer. It might not be the right answer, but it has one. It has helped me all the way from cooking to fixing the house, repairing the car, training the dog, and many other things in between. Number 5, feature products that you own. In your view, what is the best video editing software? What is the best screen capture software? What is the best flea and tick remedy for your dog? What is the best shampoo? What is the best computer? The best TV? The best way to light your videos? The best domain name registrar, even the best TV program. There's almost no end to the products you can talk about. And there are always people out there who are looking right now for those products that you're reviewing. Remember, the purpose is not to sell them the product, but to help them solve their problem. When you do that, they'll get to know, like, and trust you. And as you do that, when you invite them to join your team or buy your product, they'll be eager to do so. Now you have a topic. How can you take that idea and convert that into an actual video that'll solve a problem for your listener? Let's talk about the process of making the video. The first step is to clearly define the purpose of your video. Hopefully we've already agreed that your overall purpose is to get your viewer to know, like, and trust you. But more specifically, what do you want them to do when they finish watching this video? Maybe you want them to engage with you by leaving a comment. Maybe the plan is to get them to opt into your email list. Perhaps you want them to share your genius insights with their friends and family. Or possibly you want them to buy something or join your team. I'm just going to add here parenthetically that you should make videos that are adding value and selling nothing about 70 to 80% of the time. Then that earns you the right to sell something the remaining 20 to 30% of the time. And it'll get you better results when you do it that way than if you're always selling something. Now that you've determined your purpose, it's time for some keyword research. Now I know that sounds boring to some people. They just want to skip that step and get on to making the video. But this is internet marketing, and the internet is driven by what people are searching for. Without some good keyword research, it'll be like standing in the middle of the cornfield instead of standing in the middle of the interstate highway that we talked about in part 1. What do you think your main keyword will be? Then go to Google Keyword Planner or another keyword tool and discover how many searches that keyword gets in a month. Maybe some variant of that word will be more productive. You also want to find some secondary keywords. This video is not going to talk about how to do keyword research, or even the needed on-page SEO that's easy to learn. There are other videos that cover these techniques, but you do need to know the basics. Now, for the beginning sentence of your video. You may remember that we discussed before that you have about 7 seconds to grab somebody's attention. You do this with what is called a pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt is a very powerful sales tool that any professional, regardless of industry, can use whenever they're speaking to a new prospect. The ultimate goal of a pattern interrupt is to get the person that you're speaking to think of something other than the fact that you are a salesperson. You don't want them to have in their mind that you're going to try to sell them something. The technique is to do or say something unexpected, which disrupts their normal pattern of thinking. What are they expecting from a video introduction? What is everyone else in your niche and industry doing? Then do the opposite. If you become proficient at this, it could become the one most effective key to your success with video marketing. Pattern interrupts are easy to execute. It's just a case of making your viewer stop and think of something different. It's the equivalent of butting in and changing the subject during a conversation. The only difference is the conversation is going on in your viewer's head. Someone compared it to putting a rock in the middle of a path. That requires the person to change direction, at least a little. Going back to the analogy that I've been using, if I stand in the middle of the interstate highway, it's going to cause the driver to stop and change his thought pattern, won't it? After an attention-getting opening, you're ready for the body of the video. We've already discussed that the main focus of your video is going to be to define and then solve a problem that your viewer is facing. If his problem is severe enough and your solution is compelling enough, then you won't have any difficulty keeping his attention. Then you will conclude with a call to action. You decided before the process began what you wanted them to do after they watched your video. So now tell them to do it. People generally want to be given directions. So don't be shy at giving them a specific action that you want them to take right now. As you consider these 3 important sections of a good video, just be real. Just be who you really are. If you try to put on a different personality for your videos, people are going to see through it sooner or later. People will like you as they get to know you just as you are, and then they'll trust you. Will you and your video appeal to everyone? No, there'll be some that will not connect with you at all, but others will. You'll be able to make a connection with enough people that you'll be busy and successful. You couldn't serve everyone even if you wanted to. Be yourself, and you'll attract people who want to be with you. And one more tip here. As you get ready to hit the record button, don't think about the thousands who will be watching it. Think of one person that you're having an enjoyable conversation with. Just think of sitting down and having a cup of coffee with somebody who's eager to hear what you have to say. Now, hit the record button and start sharing. If you'll make a commitment to make a video often, you'll find that it gets easier with every one that you make. And you'll discover new ways to do it quickly. But better than that, you'll find that people start responding to your invitations, and the results will start pouring in. There is one more step that we need to take. There are few things that are sadder than a great video, but no viewers. And we're going to talk about how to solve that problem in our next and final video in this series. I'll look forward to seeing you there.